Hi guys, I'm Abel and today we're gonna read Nelson Mandela. Mom is gonna read it for me and now we're gonna do it.
Nelson Mandela, written by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vegara, illustrated by Alison Hawkins. There once lived a little boy in South Africa whose name sounded like a song. Roli Lala. It meant troublemaker. In Xhosa, his language, he was a member of a clan who had lived in that land long before the country ever existed. His great-grandfather was the clan's king and his father its chief. No one in his family had a formal education before. On the first day of class, his teacher gave each of the students an English name, and from that then on, Roli Lala was known as Nelson. Nelson was 12 when his father passed, but he inherited his sense of fairness. It was decided that he would be taken to the great place and entrusted to the chief's family, who treated him like a son and continued his education. Listening to the tales by the oldest visitor at the palace, Nelson discovered his love of African history. He also learned that his country had been taken over by white men. They made laws and took decisions for all of its inhabitants. Big homes, good schools, fair pay. White people had everything they hoped for, while everyone else was forced to give up their dreams. Nelson knew that wasn't fair, so he went to college wanting to do his best to change it. When he found out that his family was arranging his marriage, Nelson ran away to Dark City, a neighborhood in Johannesburg. It was so dark that at night there was just the moon to give him light while he studied. Nelson had joined a group that worked for equal rights when the government set up an even more unfair system called apartheid. Its racist laws separated people because of their skin color, burying their hopes for a better future.
We demand freedom. Stop
Apartheid.
Stop apartheid now. We demand freedom. No more apartheid. Free South America.
Africa.
Free South Africa. Stop apartheid. We demand freedom. No more.
Still, Nelson refused to give up. After being arrested many times for organizing protests against apartheid laws, he had no other choice but to go into hiding. For a long time, he only went out dressed in a disguise. One day, he and 7 of his friends were accused of trying to overthrow the racist government. He was sent to jail for 27 long years. Still, from his cell, he kept dreaming of a country where all people were treated equally. During the years behind bars, he didn't just earn the respect of his guards. He became a symbol of the struggle for justice all around the world. There were calls for free Nelson from jail and end apartheid. Nelson was a 72-year-old grandfather when the president of South Africa visited him and decided to release him. They both agreed to work as a team to change the laws and build a fairer country. and they won a Nobel Peace Prize for it. Millions of people who had never had a chance to vote before chose Nelson to be their first black president of South Africa. It was a huge step towards a rainbow nation where people of all races would live together peacefully and everyone would count. And by facing every struggle in his long walk to freedom with hope and determination, little Nelson learned that the greatest glory is rising every time we fall, because a winner is just a dreamer who never gives up. A winner is just a dreamer who never gives up.
Here's all the books, guys. Look how many books they have. And look, there's more activity books. There's like activity books.
The end.